5 Investigates is thinking summer, examining something that's probably the last thing on your mind at the end of February, especially with some snow coming tomorrow. The growing shark population off the coast of Massachusetts. Our Mike Beaudet obtained emails from the state's top shark expert, and they're providing an inside look at what's going on behind the scenes.
Winter on Cape Cod conceals what's become an unsettling reality during the summer. Sharks, they're a real and growing concern. An August attack on a swimmer in Truro was followed by a deadly encounter between a shark and a man on a boogie board in Wellfleet in September, the first fatal shark attack in Massachusetts since 1936. 26-year-old Arthur Medici was killed.
I have a tremendous respect for these animals. And quite honestly, I have an inherent fear of them as well.
Dr. Greg Skomel is with the state's Division of Marine Fisheries and dodged a great white off the Cape last summer while trying to tag it.
I've seen what they do to people, and I've had nightmares about it.
His sleepless nights may have something to do with this. Great white shark sightings on the Cape last summer. They're everywhere, from the tip of Provincetown down to Chatham, according to data from the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy. And the numbers are way up, a 67% jump from 2017 to 2018.
So the number of sharks is indeed building in response to the seals.
The growing seal population, estimated to be at least 50,000 on the Cape, is a feast for the sharks.
If you have 2 sharks that come back each year, and then it becomes 3 sharks, then 5 sharks, then 10 sharks, they just keep coming back.
5 Investigates in Northeastern University School of Journalism obtained hundreds of Dr. Skomel's emails. They provide a behind-the-scenes look at the difficult search for solutions. I had a sinking feeling that would happen after my visit last year, writes one shark biologist to Skomel. It has been a brutal summer, Skomel writes. In another, crazy right now, but should settle if nobody else gets bitten. The emails also show companies reaching out about possible solutions, including Amanda Wilson from Ocean Guardian, who lived in Australia when there were 5 fatal shark attacks in 2 years.
I've lived through that, and I know how devastating it can be for tourism, for people going in the water.
The company manufactures the Shark Shield, which produces an electromagnetic field aimed at repelling sharks.
What can Massachusetts learn from Australia?
You know, I think what the discussion has become in Australia is how to take your own safety more seriously.
Dr. Skomel's emails also reference Cape surfers, who he says refuse to alter their behavior.
Is there fear?
Lots of fear.
Surfer John Kartsounis believes the extreme situation calls for extreme measures, allowing seals and sharks to be hunted.
We have an overpopulation of seals. That's the issue.
If those numbers are not managed, what's going to happen?
More deaths, more Arthur Medicis.
Updating the signs, brochures, and safety tips.
Cynthia Wygren from the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy spoke at a shark safety public forum earlier this month about strategies from the White Shark Working Group, made up of federal, state, and local officials.
We have been gathering information from around the globe. There's no silver bullet. This is going to be an ongoing process.
Do you think we're going to see more shark attacks?
As long as people are willing to take the risk and go out into deep water where these sharks are hunting, the probability of additional attacks is quite high.
Now, researchers just started a new study to try and figure out the best ways for the Cape to tackle the shark problem, but the results aren't expected until September, after the busy summer tourist season. Coming up at 7, the aunt of fatal shark attack victim, Arthur Medici. What she says needs to happen now to save lives. Mike Beaudet, 5 Investigates.